Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the Thevenin theorems. That means how the Thevenin theorem is used in solving the electrical network to determine any response, voltage response or current response or power, whatever it may be. You can calculate how we can calculate them using the Thevenin theorems and what the Thevenin theorem is states. That all those things we are going to discuss today's lecture. Right? Today's lecture we are going to discuss about Thevenin theorem. So Thevenin theorem states that any two-terminal linear network or circuit can be represented with an equivalent network or circuit which consists of a voltage source in series with a resistance. It is known as Thevenin equivalent circuit. I mean that any linear network or circuit, you can have a equivalent network. In the equivalent network, you will have the voltage source and a series resistance. Resistance in the sense of resistance for the DC circuit and impedance for the AC circuit. This is just said for the DC. The only difference between DC, AC circuit mean you will have the impedance. Impedance is combination of resistance and inductance. So DC circuit, you will simply say resistance, right? There is no effect of your inductance and capacitance effect. So that's why. So here it is. You consider that series voltage source in series with resistance in DC and in series with the impedance in AC, right? Like that we can say that any network can be represented into an equivalent network which consists of voltage source in series with the resistance or impedance, and the circuit may contain independent sources, dependent sources, and all other elements, passive elements. That means sources and passive elements, it can have it, right? Source and passive element, it can have it. So if the circuit contain multiple independent sources, dependent sources and resistance, then the response in electrical element easily bound by replacing the entire network to the left of that element with a Thevenin equivalent circuit. That is what, see, we will see with the example. When you have the network, it would be reduced into the equivalent network. The how you will have equivalent network, we will be seeing them. Let us to see. See, suppose I have a two terminal, that means here I can have any number of sources with elements connected here, and I have a load here, and I have a load here, means the load terminal will be remaining same, and the rest of the entire element of the active and passive elements can be replaced with this two equivalent. In these two diagrams, you can say this is a two-terminal linear circuit, means it may have many number of sources and elements in combination of series parallel connection, whatever it may be. You will have the network here and one load, right? So the load is remaining here. The rest will be replaced. The rest of the entire element of the circuit replaced by a voltage source in series with the equivalent resistance or impedance. It is depending upon the AC or DC. So we assume here it is DC, right? We are going to discuss for DC, so that it can be have the resistance and Thevenin voltage source. So this is called the Thevenin voltage source, open circuit voltage, that will be the equivalent resistance. So you can simply say it is like a practical voltage source. Thevenin equivalent will represent just like a practical source. Practical voltage source will have the voltage source with the equivalent, it is internal resistance. So similar way, the Thevenin equivalent circuit will have the Thevenin voltage in series with the equivalent resistance or impedance, so in DC resistance, right? So the Thevenin equivalent circuit resembles a practical voltage source. It has a voltage source in series with the resistance. The voltage source present in the Thevenin equivalent circuit is called the Thevenin voltage source, or Thevenin equivalent source, or Thevenin voltage source, VTH we can say. The resistance present in the Thevenin equivalent circuit is called Thevenin equivalent resistance or Thevenin's resistance in DC and Thevenin impedance in AC, right? So when you are going to do the solving by Thevenin theorems, first consider the circuit diagram by opening the terminals with respect to which the Thevenin equivalent circuit is to be found. So this procedure we will be seeing so that you will have some confusions. Let us to take the example. With the example, now I could explain you better so that you will easily understood clearly, right? Define the current flowing through 20 ohm resistance by first finding a Thevenin equivalent circuit to the left of the terminal AB. So let us take the example, right? I have taken, this is my circuit. So this is a DC circuit. I have only DC source and resistance. DC source, voltage source and one current source, and this is my 20 ohm resistance. I need to determine what is the current flow through this 20 ohm resistance by Thevenin theorems. You can determine this by Kirchhoff voltage law, Kirchhoff current law. They are the basic law by which also you can solve. But you should keep in your mind when we go for the Thevenin theorem, it is special application. Suppose in a circuit, for example, this is my circuit. Here, if the entire things, that means this all elements are remaining same, my 20 volt same, 5 ohm same, 10 ohm same, 10 ohm same, and this 4 ampere, but my load is only keep on changing. That means my load, this 20 ohm is only keep on changing. That is, one time it is 20 ohm, one time it is 10 ohm, one time it is 5 ohm. Load changing. You can say, suppose in my home, you can take it a home example also. If you have home, there one source is there coming and you have 4-5 load. Among the 4-5 load, if you have only one load is changing, rest is same. So you can have a equivalent for the rest of the elements except the element which is keep on changing, and you can determine the response for each changes. Suppose here we have now 20 ohm resistance. So in this circuit, this remaining portion will not get changed at all, right? So what is the problem? Again and again, you need to solve entire circuit. So you determine a equivalent for this entire network. So that will be very simple way to determine response the load, in which load is keep on changing, right? So now we going to apply this Thevenin theorem for this circuit, where I need to determine what is the current in 20 ohm. What is the current in 20 ohm, right? So what we have to do is, first we should to replace this entire portion of the network with the Thevenin equivalent. Thevenin equivalent in the sense VTH and RTH. So why I am telling RTH? Because only residual elements are there, right? So we need to find out the equivalent for this entire network by VTH and RTH. So what is the procedure to determine VTH? That is, we need to know what is the procedure. To determine the Thevenin voltage, you should replace the load. That means open the load and measure the voltage across the load terminal. To open circuit voltage, so logically you can say the Thevenin voltage is nothing but a open circuit voltage determined across the load terminal when the load terminal was removed. That means the load terminal should be removed and you will have the open here. So determine voltage between the two terminal created because of the load removed. So Thevenin voltage is a open circuit voltage. So let us to come here. Step 1, in order to find Thevenin equivalent circuit to left side of the terminal A and B, we should remove the 20 ohm resistance and open the terminal A and B. Modify the circuit diagram as shown in figure. Right. What have been done it? We have removed the load, opened the load, and in that terminal we have marked the VTH. We need to measure the open circuit voltage between these 2 points, VAB or VTH, Thevenin voltage. So difference, what difference? the load is removed and you measure the VTH here. Now, simple, that's all. The circuit is modified. Now you have to solve this. That's all. You have to solve this network by any method. Any method in the sense, Kirchhoff's voltage law, current law you apply and determine what is the voltage available across this two. What is the voltage across here between A and B? What voltage you will have here? Right? Yes. Now you see. So suppose what voltage will be available here? The voltage will be available here. Will be here. So you need to solve which method? Calculation of Thevenin voltage. The only one principal node except the ground in the above section. So we can use nodal analysis method. The nodal voltage V1 and VTH are labeled in the figure. V1 is the voltage from node with respect to ground. VT is the voltage across 4 ampere current source. Yes. See, you have one node here, right? And here this is circuit open. So here you need not to make any node actually logically, because open this terminal or this terminal both are same. That's what we say. Voltage across AB is nothing but voltage across this 4 ampere current source, right? Voltage across this 4 ampere current source is nothing. Voltage between A and B, both are same. This point A is can be here, B can be here. So you need not have any node here. Current is not getting any diversions, right? The current of 4 ampere will go this way only. It will not go this way because the 4 ampere current is will come here and it will go this way only. It will not go this way because it is open, right? Open. So this is one node you have. You can apply the nodal analysis. So 4 ampere current is coming this way and one current you can mark coming to this and one current you can mark this way. So let us to see how it has been solved. V1 minus 25 pi. It means that a current of one current is coming this way. V1 minus 20 not this way. It means a current is marked this direction. V1 minus 25 by means current is going this way. And plus V1 by 10. V1 by 10 means a current, another current is going this way branch, V1 by 10. And this is outgoing current, this is outgoing current, and this is incoming current. So that's why here it is marked minus 4 ampere, right? According to the equation, V1 minus 25 pi means V1 minus 20, the current flow this direction, out of this node 1. And here out of this node, and here incoming. That means this 2 we have taken positive, this has to be taken negative. To solve this, you will have the V1 voltage. So one equation have one unknown, so solve them, you will get the V1 80 by 3 volt. The voltage across the series branch 10 ohm is how much? You see, so you need voltage across the 10 ohm branch because you have determined voltage V1 here and a current of 4 ampere is coming this way, right? So 10 volt, 4 ampere minus 4 ampere we taken and 10 volt minus 40 volt, right? Minus 40 volt. There are two meshes in the above circuit. KVL equation around the second mesh is V1 minus 10 VTH. Yes, come here. This way. This is your, suppose if I make here closed path here like this, closed path here like this, you will have voltage V1 that is nothing but available here and voltage here and one voltage here VTH. So when you make a closed path like this, what super mesh concept is, if you have common branch, between two loops. That means here we assume voltage, that we have voltage sources available, the closed. So if you take this one loop, so VTH will be there, and voltage across this 10 ohm, and voltage across this 10 ohm, that is equal to 0. That is what V1 minus V into 10, that is voltage in 10 ohm minus VTH. See here, V1, the voltage here, and the voltage across this 10 ohm, then VTH. So if I mark direction like this, then what it will have? So V1 will be positive, like this now. So V1 positive, this voltage negative, plus entering plus leaving minus, so negative, and this voltage also negative, entering plus leaving minus. This, the direction is like this. If I am marking direction of this loop like this. So that's why equation is written V1 minus V1 10 means voltage across 10 ohm and VTH. So substitute the values. You have the voltage in 10 ohm minus 40 volt, and V1 is this much. So in the equation you substitute here, you will get the value. So for the Thevenin voltage is how much? You need an equation, substitute the value V1 and voltage in 10 ohm VTH. So substituted VTH determines this is 200 by 3 volt, right? Therefore VTH is this much. So now we determine the VTH. The VTH is determined by omitting the load resistance and measure the voltage across the open circuit voltage across the load terminal. Now what you have to determine, next one is equivalent resistance. When you determine the equivalent resistance, the load also will be removed, and you will mark the equivalent resistance here. At the same time, to other sources, there is no source will be present. When you determine equivalent resistance or impedance, whatever it may be, equivalent resistance or impedance, when you determine, the sources will have no effect. Those sources should be removed from the diagram. Sources should be removed from the diagram. So we have this current source and the voltage source. This voltage source should be short circuit, current source should be open circuit. Already I told you, when you remove the voltage source, short circuit, current source, open circuit. So your new diagram for the equivalent resistance will be like this. Yes, load removed, here RTH, and the current source open, and here voltage source short circuit. Now you need to measure the equivalent resistance between these two terminals. Suppose how we will determine, suppose you assume your current is coming this way. So one current will go this way, one current will go this way. That means these two are in parallel. These two are in parallel. When simplify, this two are in parallel means 5 into 10 divided by 5 plus 10. Plus this will come in series. That is your R equal, R Thevenin. RTH is nothing but what? These two are in parallel, because when your current is coming this way, one current will go this way, one current will go this way. This means these two are parallel. So this two parallel combination, when you reduce, it will come in series to this one. Then so 5 into 10 divided by 5 plus 10, the whole will come plus to this 10 ohm. That is the what the equation is written. These two are parallel, 5 and 10 parallel. So 5 into 10 divided by 5 plus 10, for the parallel combinations plus 10, you get this. So you determine the resistance also. So you have determined both. Now what is our equivalent? That is VTH, RTH, and your load. This is what the beginning we have seen, the equivalent. This is what beginning we have seen, the equivalent. What equivalent we have said? VTH, RTH, and load. The entire network reduced to VTH, RTH we determined. Then load you have to substitute. That is what here have been shown, your equivalent, Thevenin equivalent. Thevenin equivalents. This is VTH, RTH, and 20 ohm. Simple closed loop. You apply the which one? Kirchhoff's voltage law. So what will happen? Kirchhoff's voltage law apply. Current in VTH divided by RTH plus R. That means you can say. Otherwise, you will write the equation. What will happen? Suppose I write the equation I. I means what? This voltage will be plus this voltage negative, this voltage negative. That means if you write a loop equation, you will have 200 by 3 minus 400 by 3 I minus 20I. That is what the closed loop equation, Kirchhoff voltage law equation, when you write, or both are same. Otherwise, VTH divided by this two are series, na? Series. So this voltage divided by this two summation will give your current. That is, you can say simple current division rule, not voltage division rule. Current division rule we have already told. The current is the voltage division rule. Thevenin voltage division rule. You need voltage here or current here. You can simply apply this closed loop KVL and determine. That is what here written. VTH divided by RTH plus R. So substitute the values VTH, RTH and R. You will get the 2 ampere. So 2 ampere current is flowing this way, right? 2 ampere current is flowing in this circuit, right? So this is what we have discussed about the Thevenin theorem. This is what they discuss about the Thevenin theorem. Thevenin theorem is simple, and you keep in your mind the application of Thevenin theorem. Thevenin theorem is that when a particular load is keep on changing. So for example, here also now you can say, so we have determined the equivalent for that particular circuit. For this circuit, we have, that means we have determined equivalent for this entire portion. Now suppose this resistance is changed into 10 ohm. Then what you need to do is just you substitute here 10. That's all. Substitute here 10. Substitute here 10 and determine current. Suppose it is become 30. Substitute 30 and determine current. That means just you change here. That's all. You need to only replace this value. That's all. Suppose 20 means 20, 30 means 30, 40 means 40. Whatever the load they are giving, you just to change that value, the current you will determine. You need not to solve again and again. That is the best application of the Thevenin theorem. Thevenin theorem is applied when the load in a particular network, if a particular load is keep on changing and remaining parameters are not changing, in that cases it would be very simple to apply the Thevenin theorem, because the entire network except the load will be determined equivalent. That equivalent, in that equivalent you just to put the change in values and keep on determine the currents. So getting clear my point? So this is what the Thevenin theorem. So Thevenin theorems, any linear network can be replaced into the voltage source in series with the resistance or impedance. Resistance in case of DC, impedance in case of AC, right? And that voltage will be determined by removing the load in your original circuit and measure the voltage across them. And equivalent resistance or impedance, you will be remove the load and also you will be remove the sources. That is very important, right? Load also removed and the sources also removed, because you keep in your mind whenever you determine the equivalent resistance or impedance, the sources should not be present in the circuit. Sources should not be present in the circuit. So open circuit for the current source, short circuit for the voltage source. That is the by default you know, right? This is your Thevenin theorem. So with this we complete this lecture, and in the next lecture we can come with the another one theorem. Okay, thank you for watching this video.